Hey everyone, and welcome to your Motivation Monday. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Many great games. I know that the spring seasons are just about underway everywhere, I think, at this point in time. I feel odd. I feel so unplugged, right? Because I'm focusing on recovering from my surgery. I'm focused on putting myself back together to get myself back in shape. And I feel like I'm completely out of the loop in terms of the schedule. So I've seen a couple outdoor games this past weekend, and I think they really are getting into full swing. I know there's certain leagues that probably are starting a little bit later and so forth, but I'm excited that the weather is warming up and that we are getting back to the outdoor game, at least where I am. Today, I want to talk about something that I think everybody faces and that every referee certainly faces, and I think everyone just in general will face in one part of their lives or another. And that is the tough half, right? The one where nothing is going your way, where you're second guessing every decision you make, where the coaches are in your ear, the crowd isn't letting up, and in your own mind, you are starting to let that self doubt creep in, and you're starting to let everything else control what you do. But here is the truth, and that is that one bad decision, one bad moment, one poor positioning mistake doesn't make the match unless you let it. So I want to go through and kind of think about some ways that we reset from these decisions that we start to let creep into our mind, that start to kill our self-confidence, and that really start to look at the the methods and the means that we can use to get around them, over them, get through them, etc. Let's jump in. So first, I want us to kind of think about that halftime whistle, or really any whistle. As a referee, when we blow the whistle, we're signaling a foul, we're stopping play, we're addressing something, right? And no matter when we stop play, that is a moment for us to catch our breaths because it's a natural stoppage. It's us setting up for a restart, right? And in that restart, it gives us the opportunity to mentally reset. Now, halftime is a great opportunity because that length is a little bit longer, right? Whether it's a 5-minute youth match or a 15-minute semi-pro professional match, you're dealing with something that is going to be a much longer reset with an opportunity for you to go through and run through those mental exercises that we've talked about in the past. The deep breathing, the opportunity to kind of reflect on that half and to reflect on what's going well, what can we do different, right? There's an opportunity that you can sort of put a pin in the first half. We kind of say, you know what, whatever's happened before has happened. We can't change it. We can't control it anymore. What we can do is reset ourselves, readjust our minds to move in and own that second half. And that is a very powerful mindset because when you realize that you have each and every opportunity, anytime play is stopped, whether it's out of bounds, whether it's a foul, whether it's anything else, you have the opportunity at every restart to have yourself a little reset. And at the if with each little reset you park the mistakes and you move forward, that means you're not carrying that heavy burden and that heavy baggage of those mistakes accumulating up with you and getting into your head and listening to the crowd and listening to the coaches and building in that self-doubt. It gives you the opportunity instead to put the right foot forward, to reset, and to build confidence with each and every decision that you make. Now, tough halves happen. Even the best referees in the world have moments they wish they could get back, decisions that they could come back to and fix, do over, however you want to say it. But what separates the good referees from the great referees is that you reset between those mistakes, like we talked about just a minute ago, but you reset with a purpose. You're not going to spiral. You're going to refocus. You're not afraid of criticism. Instead, you want to fuel growth. You want to use that criticism as a means to propel yourself forward. They don't shirk from responsibilities. They don't hide. They lead any way they possibly can. The truth is, how you respond after a mistake, after a tough half, tells everybody, coaches, players, assessors, observers, your crew, spectators, everybody, exactly who you are. Anyone can walk out confident when the game is going smooth, right? I think Mike Tyson said it best. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Well, as referees, that tough half, that's our punch in the face. We have a plan, and then suddenly everything goes sideways because a mistake happens. Positioning, we're out of it. Doesn't matter, right? But when you are able to respond to that tough half with poise, with calm control, when you respond to adversity with a level of composure and clarity, that is when you're going to earn the real respect of everyone who can see what you're doing. And that is a huge confidence booster. So, we've talked about sort of the mentality of resets, of kind of building that resilience. So what are some things we can do in the moment, whether it's a restart on the field of play, or if we have the time to go into a halftime break or at the end of the game? What can we do to actually reset our mentality, right? First and foremost, breathe. It's so easy just to take 3 deep breaths. In through your nose, long exhale out through your mouth. Just do 3 of them. You'd be amazed at just how easy it is for that to start to bring your heart rate down and to bring clarity and control and calm into your head so that you can bring it back and kind of have that successful reset right there, right then. So easy. Reset your cues, right? Remind yourself what you're looking at. Remind yourself what you're trying to control. If we've done our pregame, we've sort of selected those couple moments of, hey, I want to work on my positioning. Hey, I want to work on my fitness. I need to be with play. I need to stay with play, right? Think of those cues in your head so that you know what you are trying to work on, so that you can, in those moments where you're taking those deep breaths, you can start to calm yourself down, reset your cues, and then kind of refocus on what the next half will bring or what the next game will bring. You have your crew right there. Most of us will have a crew on most of our games. Talk it out. Give yourself the opportunity to reflect with your crew. Maybe change the topic. Don't even talk about the half, right? They know it was a tough half. You know it was a tough half. Vent about it. Get honest with hey, that was a tough half. That the offside trap that team was running was killing me. Or I can't keep up with that striker. Get honest. It's okay, right? And focus and find ways and focus of how to be able to kind of work around the difficulties. Listen to your crew. They'll give you ideas. They'll give you pointers, right? And finally, just you kind of have to detach from this idea of perfection. And that is that you're never going to have a flawless game. Nobody will. Everyone's going to make a mistake. It doesn't matter if you have a regular badge on your chest or a FIFA badge on your chest. There's going to be mistakes. And You don't necessarily need to live with them. Your reset is to park them, put them to the side, refocus on your second half, because that's where you can start to control. Can't erase what you've done, but you can own what you will do. Think about where your mistakes are leading you, because those are your opportunities to build momentum moving forward, right? If you think your game is slipping, that's the moment where you're going to grow the most, because you're going to recognize that you're slipping and you're going to be able to refocus and reset and say, hey, why did that half not go the way I wanted? Identify the reason and then you correct it. It's whether it's a bad call or your man management's just not quite where it needs to be, those aren't signs that you're failing, right? They're signs that you have an opportunity to learn right in front of you. So let the mistakes sharpen your mind. Don't let them wear down, or don't let them wear you down into a crisis of confidence, right? Let that pressure remind you how much this all matters. Let the second half be your comeback. Let the second half be the statement that you're not perfect, but you are resilient and you're going to pick up and lead that game the way you need to. It's simple. The best referees out there, we don't crumble. We don't make excuses. We don't hide or shirk our responsibilities. We reset, we reclaim, and we rise higher than we did before. I hope you guys have some. So the next time you walk into your halftime or a stoppage and it feels heavy, take that moment. Take your deep breaths and then take back control, because that is ultimately what it's all about. Every whistle can be a new chapter. Every second half, every new game, clean slate. And every game is another chance to lead with purpose, presence, and pride. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for taking your growth and your development seriously. And remember, it's not about that tough half. It's about what you do next. Until then, I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you guys for What's Your Call Wednesday.